we live in the Baghdad, which is quite walking distance. So we would like to coordinate in future.
What is, I mean, I will read this.
Okay.
Okay, I won't read it right now, but in general, what are you calling for in this bill?
There are 6
requests.
These are the 6 requests. 1 week before we had 8 different requests. Then I had a meeting with the senior political advisor of John Baird, the foreign minister, and some of the points he says that it's not doable, it's not tangible, and also very sensitive because of some other issues. So I removed those points. Now I have just 6 points.
Are you suggesting that the government would support this bill? You spoke with John Baird, with someone in John Baird's office about this?
Yeah, I had been to his office and I spoke to him about not to his political advisor.
Yeah.
And because political advisor has nothing opinion whether we should, has no specific recommendations. But we have a very close connection with other members of parliament like David Sweet, which is from Conservative, and he's the chair of Parliamentary Friends of Tibet. We have about 45 members of parliament in Parliamentary Friends of Tibet, Parliament Hill. So he's the co-chair and he's very supportive. And I have spoken to Rob Anderson.
Rob Anders.
Rob Anders, yeah. Rob Anders, he's from Calgary.
Yeah.
So he's very supportive. So from NDP we have.
Maybe I can. Shall I say a word about our Day of Love? Last International Human Rights Day, a week ago Monday, 7 of us went to Ottawa, and this is the report of our day. And we met with 6 Conservative members of Parliament, 1 NDP, Wayne Marston, and 1 Green, Elizabeth May, and of course we said hello to Peggy Nash. It's our sense from that day and from distilled conversations over the past years that we seem to have broad support across all parties for the difficulties that Tibet people are experiencing in China. And what we're trying to do now is ask for concrete measures to be taken. So there's that bill that you have in front of you. And in that bill, I think we're asking for a delegation to go from the Canadian Parliament to go to the troubled areas in China and Tibet to see what's going on. And 3 days after we were in Ottawa, that Monday, Foreign Affairs Minister Baird issued a press release in which he, talking about the situation in which he asked that free access of media and diplomats and foreign government officials be allowed into these troubled areas in China. So we feel that things are opening up for the Canadian Parliament and government to do something.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for taking the time to be here today. It's an honor to have you here in my office, and I'm concerned about where the treatment of Tibetans by the Chinese government. I have been concerned about this. I know the general story. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you I'm an expert on the issue. What I can say to you though is that I will look at this, and when caucus retreat at the end of January. I will bring this up with my colleagues and have a discussion about this initiative. And you know, we can see where that goes. I'm aware that you have a very strong ally in Peggy Nash, and that she's been a strong ally of your community for many years. So this is obviously not something that is new to our party. Is this issue, and of course we take the human rights issues very seriously, and so I think that that's my commitment to you at this point. Is that's what I will do. I'll read this and we'll make sure that this gets on the agenda of our when we have our national caucus meeting. At the end of January, we'll also have an Ontario caucus meeting, and at that meeting, I'll make sure this is on the agenda.
Thank you.
And so that we can have a discussion about this. Because in fact, I don't think we have ever, as a caucus, sort of had a specific conversation about this. And of course, Paul Dewar, who's our foreign affairs critic, will be part of that conversation.
We will be letting him soon.
Okay. All right. Great. Great.
May I ask, is there